Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Kareem Clemens. Today is May the 28th, 2021, and I'm so excited. This right here is a jury review. Okay, welcome the jury people right here, right now. On this Friday, I can tell you that right here on the show, uh, before let me just put the disclaimer out. Welcome to all new jury review recapping events that happened recently um, in the weekend that has passed, and I bring the jury people up here to talk about what's going on. Also, the show is sponsored by OmegaStudioNews and TalkShowTea, and the opinions expressed here are my opinions and nothing else. Welcome to beautiful jury people right here, right now. All right, so it's Friday, and I can tell you that you know it's been a crazy week. It's been a crazy, crazy week. I can first start off by saying, at the beginning of the week, we had a 2 year anniversary for the late Reverend Joseph Elverine Jr., who passed away on May the 25th, 2019. So his 2 year anniversary had passed, and that was on Monday. But there's like a lot of other stuff that's going on in social media. Uh, we learned that there has been yet again another shooting. Yes, another shooting. This time, this shooting was at uh, um, this was at a transit facility hub, and a man who was basically coming in for a meeting. He was yet to face disciplinary actions, so I guess he planned on not returning back home and going to this meeting, and then he pulls a gun out and he kills 8 people, including himself. So, we just have learned that another person has died. So he killed 9 people. 9 people he killed. So it's very sad because we're still dealing with gun violence in this country. And no matter how you look at it, it's like it's not something, or should I say, laws need to be passed, legislation need to be passed for this stuff to stop happening, because we're always turning on the news and we're hearing people going out into society with their gun, and they're killing people, and they're taking not just their life because they're a coward, but they're also taking innocent lives. And in this case, it was 9 men who he killed. And I was listening to the story, and listen, this is crazy because someone who was inside of the building basically said that the guy who was shooting, he was randomly picking. He was randomly picking who he wanted to kill, who his target was. And maybe he may have passed him because he's still there to tell a story, and he took these lives of these people. I'm not really sure if these people were bullying him. I'm not really sure if he had something personal against them, but I do know that they're dead. They are absolutely dead. And you hear about these stories, you hear about people who are going into their job because their job basically is um, the place where you bring home the bacon. And you have to spend majority, if you're working, you spend majority of your time at work. So people who are dealing with people at work, sometimes people could be bullied, or people could be picked on, or people could be talked about behind their backs, or other people, you know how rumors, start. I'm not saying that this is in this case, but we don't know. We don't know, but I can tell you that it probably resembles all around PTSD, post traumatic stress disorder, because people don't know how to deal with that order and they suffer from it. And when they suffer from stuff like this, they go on a rampage. And it's not just, this guy, if you look at the Las Vegas guy who basically went to his hotel room and started targeting people, you know, um, this is a mental problem. We would think it's a mental problem because we don't know what is going through the minds of these killers. Like we had the people who shot up the spa with the Asian people inside of it, killed them, and it's like we don't know what is going through the minds of these killers for the ones who are alive. But the ones who kill themselves are cowards because we will never know why they did it. So the jury people, you guys listening to this story, and it's just devastated. It's devastated, right? It's devastating. You don't believe it until you see it or until you read about it. And my opinions right here is that the people again who killed themselves are cowards because if you truly was a person because you went out there and you killed these people, you understand? You're a coward for killing yourself because we would expect you to talk so we can get an understanding of the situation and we can get an understanding of how or possibly learn so we can probably try to prevent something like this from happening again. So they just released the photos of these people, the victims who died. And I can tell you that, if you go onto social media, they speak upon each and every last person who was killed. And we don't have the faces here. We have the faces here. I can see the faces here. And when you hear their age, 63, 29, 49, 35, another one 63, 40, 42, and 36. So we have old and young, but they all was males. And it's devastating because we will never understand. They will never understand. The family won't get closure because now they have to lay their loved ones down in the ground because they will never know why this person decided to kill this person or these people. And again, it's like the police was saying that when they shot him and killed him, they found like more guns on him and more magazines on him filled. Like this man was planning on doing some crazy ish in that company. And we're talking about it right here, right now. This is Jury Review. Okay, at this time, I would like to put my disclaimer out here. Warning, the Omega Studio News and TalkShowTea content over the age of 18. And this channel and these videos are not meant for children under the age of 13. Okay. So at this time, I would like to spread light on Bill Cosby because Bill Cosby, we have talked about him on the show. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we are live on Talk Show T, which is on the Facebook. So we're live on there, and we're also live on the blog page as well. So that's another place where you guys can go up there and watch us right here, right now, and you can tune in to the jury people. I try to get them here. They try to come here, make an appearance here on Friday. Usually at the end of the week, if it's not a Friday, probably Saturday to pull in and show up. But the people who are here, ladies and gentlemen, these are people who been with me from the beginning. If you guys are joining, these are people who've been with me from the beginning. They definitely been was created from the Queen's Supreme Court. We started with the jury people from the Queen's Supreme Court when the dishonorable Judge T.S. Madison started off with the Queen's Supreme Court, and we used to do the jury review, have the jury come in and use their opinions. So since we haven't seen the Supreme Court lately, we just decided to go and move on and do this. So you guys can still see the jury faces, their beautiful faces. They're always here and present. They're always looking the way they looking. Okay, just like this. They will always remain like this. Okay, and they were handily selectively picked. Okay, so these are the people who you will see as jury people on jury review. So they will make their opinions, or they will give their say so, and then I'll give my opinions with the help of the jury people if I need a decision. All right, so at this time, Bill Cosby. So this is, and when I hear about this story, and I pretty much, try to wrap my head around it because sometimes I try to, you know, I'll be like, it is what it is. So you guys know when I brought the story up about Bill Cosby and how he had a trial, and his trial was a hung juror, and then they started over with another trial. But at this second trial, they had the person who was accusing him of this charge to testify. So she did that, and the jury was able to convict Bill Cosby and give him 3 to 10. Okay, so 3 years has passed, and Bill Cosby, comedian Bill Cosby, actor Bill Cosby, was up for parole, but was denied. He was denied parole because they're saying that he refused to do sex offender treatment program. Now, we all know that when people are convicted of sexual crimes and they go to jail, that they have to come out and register as a sex offender. Now, I'm not really sure if the people on the inside knows that he's in there for that, and he just don't want to look like, I gotta go and I have to sit here, and then everybody's gonna know what I'm here for. You understand? But not know the nature of it. But so sometimes people could be embarrassed because, again, I know because I've seen it from my own eyes. I've been in a setting where people have to come into group. I'm talking about in a youth house. I'm talking about in jail. I've been there. I've seen it. People sit around and then they want you to talk about what I've been in jail a long time ago. We're talking about almost 17, 18 years ago. Okay, so they pretty much basically um, have you come in and sit down and talk about this. And some people don't want to talk about it because they're afraid that other people might find out what their charge is and then they might attack you. So that's probably what Bill Cosby is doing. And he's probably, y'all agree with that? Y'all think he's doing this because he don't want people to know about his charge, or you think he knows uh do you think people know what his charge is? Because it's been already all on social media and people have covered it, including the Omega Studios and TalkShowTea, right? So let's go ahead and look into why Bill Cosby was denied parole. Okay, so we do know that 83-year-old actor Bill Cosby, because he's 83, okay, was will not be released from prison anytime soon. So when oh, you want me to break down the whole sentence thing? Okay, so the 3 to 10, the 3 to 10 years. So basically the whole 3 to 10 years, basically whatever that first number is compared to the second number, you will have to automatically do that first number. So if they said 5 to 20, you will have to automatically do 5 years. If they say 6 to 10, you have to do 6 years before they can eligible up to. Okay, like basically if they after that 3 years, because he's 3 to 10, the 3 years he come up parole, and then after that they can hold him or they can hold you up to that max. So if you get out on stipulations like on parole or probation, right? Within that 10 years, it'll probably be carried off into your parole or probation, right? So it gives a person a chance of getting themselves together. But we all know that a person who comes out, if they haven't maxed out, and what max out means is that you do your whole bid. So Cosby can literally do 10 years if he wanted to and not come home on parole or probation. But in this case, it'd probably be parole because it's a sex charge. So yes, so if he doesn't max out, or if a person doesn't max out to that extent, they can come home on stipulation. But that's why it's very hard, and I learned this in Prison View. It's very hard for a lot of men and women to come home under stipulations, which they would say the state or the city would say that that would be considered a rehabilitation. But we all know that that's not a rehabilitation. It is not a complete structure or foundation for people, because if it was, they would not be re-entering back into the system for the same damn thing that they just got out for. Because I listen and I see so many people who return back in front of the judge, and the judge say, you was just here last week. You was just here the other day. You was just here last month. So how is it that a person is rehabilitated? So let's go ahead and look. So we do know that actor Bill Cosby, 83, is serving a 3 to 10 year sentence in a Pennsylvania state prison. He's in Pennsylvania state prison. Now, I don't know if he's in general population, but I do know that he's in prison. Okay, I thought he would be in solitary confinement because of him being a high profile person, but that's another story. So he was convicted in a sexual assault in 2018 and has been denied parole nearly 3 years after his sentence. So according to social media, the Pennsylvania State Parole Board has declined Cosby parole request on May 11th. Parties over his need to participate in the treatment program for sex offenders and violation. So Cosby, you say Cosby don't want to go home. He don't want to go home. He must feel comfortable in jail. He must feel comfortable in jail, because if a person really wanted to go home and a person really wanted to get out and get their life moving, you would do what you need to do to move on. That's why I don't understand how people are in jail. The guard is telling you to get up, get dressed, clean around your bunker. You on detail. You have to go to the mess hall. You on detail, cleaning detail. So I'm being told what to do. I'm given orders. I'm being told what to do. So a person is able to function like that in-house, when I say in-house, in jail, because they have no other choice. And if they refuse, they get a write-up or they go to lockup, right? So what's the difference when you're home on parole or on probation and mama tell you to get up, fold the clothes, go do the laundry, walk your dog, help your brother with his homework? I ain't doing that shit. I'm not doing that. I'm going outside. So listen, so mama not gonna write you up, but you would think the parole would have some type of say so in that, because technically you're still awarded to the custody of the Department of Corrections. Because if your ass breathe wrong, they can violate you at any time. And I'm not even talking about the ones who have a bracelet on or ankle monitor on their ankle. I'm talking about the ones that are coming out, they're home, but they're not being told what to do. So that's what I'm saying, how rehabilitating the system is, or how is it that a person in jail will be able to feel comfortable when they're talking about this? So is this a group of people who are dealing with sex problems, or in the same predicament like you to make you feel comfortable? I don't think they're just going to put them in a program that's going to be like you're going to be serial killers and murderers and in a program that's for sexual assault. But then again, you might not, never know, because a murderer could be a rapist, and he could be in there for that treatment. And Cosby, I'm just saying, may not want to be in there to talk about this, because you're going to have to come out real deep. You're going to have to really come out real deep from under the rock to talk about this. And obviously there was enough evidence to convict him. So my question here is that how do a person rehabilitate within themselves? Because in this case, Bill Cosby is not rehabilitating himself, because that's where it starts at. You have to understand that it's not the courts, and mind you guys, this is what the courts want to see. It's not, I'm not going to do it. So you spent 3 years in jail, behind bars, doing what? Talking about what you was doing out on the street. Everybody know who you are. They already know your name. Being a comedian, a prankster, a jokester, trying to get out because of the coronavirus? No. His request was denied because he is a sentenced person. So all this time, you could have been rehabilitating yourself within this program. And right now, they're saying that he knew that he had to do this program for the parole board to make a decision. So he already knew that his parole request was going to be denied. And not only that, ladies and gentlemen, the board also cited that he got a negative review or a negative recommendation from the Department of Corrections. And that is just really sad, because, again, this man is 83 years old. You want to come home. You want to get back to your life. You was out there making money. You have so much talent. Do you not want that? Do you not miss that? You have your wife, your kids, if you have any. You have your home, your bills, your hobbies, whatever you want to get back to. What the do you see in being incarcerated and being told what to do? Because at the end of the day, they're telling you what to do. And if you don't follow that order by the Pennsylvania State Prison, you're going to get a write-up. and you're going to get reprimanded, and you're going to get points, and then you're going to go into jail. You're going to lose your commissary. You're going to lose your visitation. You're going to lose your mail. You're going to lose your recreation. You're just going to lose everything. And in this case, Bill Cosby was denied. Just like all these other men and women who are on parole, well, in jail, going up to parole and trying to get released back into either a halfway house or out with stipulations or recommendations. But they're not going to get it because they're refusing. So my question is, what do you do? I know exactly what to do. I know exactly what to do. You want to hear my bit? Let me finish this line right here, and then I'm going to tell you what a jail is doing in a city right here in this country, and what I believe all the jail systems should do if you want to change to make rehabilitation. Hold on. So, Jesse Jackson. So Bill Cosby is thanking Jesse Jackson, and Jesse Jackson is one of the people who actually tried to get Jussie Smollett to get his charge dismissed. But I have some news on the disgraced Jussie Smollett. You guys want to stay tuned for that as well. But Jesse Jackson is calling for his release from prison due to COVID-19 threat. Now, I don't know if he got his vaccine shot. Did you guys get your vaccine shot? Y'all don't want to disclose? Okay. I don't know if he got his vaccine shot. I don't know if he is in solitary confinement to isolate himself because he is 83. He is an elderly. Could he be in medical unit? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not. But we do know, yet again, that he is not going to be released because, drum roll, he is a sentenced man already, and those who was, that was supposed to be for people who are non-sentenced. And speaking of that, those people who was released temporarily, they're pulling them to come or telling them to come back to jail. But there is one story real quick. One story where one man got out. Well, they told him to go, but he must return. But while he got out, he got a job. He went to school. He got his college degree. He got a home. He got all this stuff, and then now they want to tell him to come back. Now, y'all can't believe that, right? Crazy. They want him to come back? Exactly. But my thing is this. Somebody was saying that why is it that you have a person who y'all tell do good, but then when y'all let him out due to the COVID-19, and they start doing good, you want to bust that man's dreams and scatter it because now he got to go back to jail. So I believe the last time that I read on that, they were helping him out on trying to keep him out so he can keep his job. Okay? And they got a program that will be able to help him because he started a family, got a house. I'm really proud of this man. I'm really proud of him. But they wanted to bring him back into custody. And that should be a no-no. Like, seriously. That should be a no-no, right? Y'all disagree, right? I agree with y'all. So, in a nutshell, Bill Cosby needs to go to treatment. Because if you want to rehabilitate yourself first before you go back in society, and I really believe that if people don't follow the rules and regulations on what they're supposed to do while they're in jail or in prison, then you're going to keep getting denied. So, yes, we're back. So, I did tell you that I wanted to give you two. I wanted to give you two. One is I want to tell you about a jail, real quick, that's in Maricopa County, and that's in Arizona. And these guys who go out there, and they get arrested and they go to jail, they have to wear pink. The the warden, thank you, the warden basically said that, and mind you, the late DMX Earl Simmons, the late DMX, he passed away on April 9th of a heart attack. He was locked up there, and he had an interview from in house, and they interviewed him, and it was so crazy because you can see this man in pink, and it's like to see a grown man in pink. But no, I've seen this off of Lockup Raw. I've seen it off of penitentiaries. These guys have their underwears that are pink, their jumpers that are pink, their pants that are pink, and these guys are sleeping outside in a tent, and it's hot out there. So, to make a long story short, I see what the warden was doing or trying to do to try to let these people know that jail is not where you supposed to be. Society is where you're supposed to be with your family and your friends and doing the things that you love. Okay? Don't you want to explore society and life? Or you just want to be locked up in some cage and being told what to do from morning to night and given 3 meals and a shower and some recreation and possibly some TV time and whatever, but you're being told what to do. You ain't doing this on your own will. You can't get up and go where you want to go. You can't get up and put your favorite cologne on. You can't get up and eat your favorite food. You can't get up and go to your family. You can't get up and, do the hobby that you always want to do. You can't do that. So again, in that jail, it is hopefully a way of getting these men and the women, or should I say more men than women, because women have to wear pink regardless, or I don't know if they do that, but they show more of the men. And you will hope that this will be a structure, the rehabilitation within themselves, so they can go out in society and build the trust up that they once lost, the ability of regaining the hope and the understanding from the community. It's a lot of things that you can do instead of being in jail. But when you're in jail, it's like so many people got so much talent. I mean, I remember one guy, he took all the bars of soap. Like he was like, well, if you got any bars of soap, give it to me. And he would make sculptures out of the soap. Structures. Like sculptures out of the soap. And I'm like, dude, you see how much talent you got right here? And you telling me you can't do that back home? Sculptures. Like little sculptures from Adam. He would sit there and carve it out of a bar of soap. You got people who got straight up poetry. You got one person who know how to play chess good as hell because they taught me how to play chess in 4 moves. We got a lot of spades players up there. You could be working in a casino. It's a lot of things that people do when they go to jail and prison, and then they say they have nothing to do, but you're able to get a job in jail. You're able to get, job, go to school, get your associate's, high school diploma, bachelor's. Why can't you do that when you're outside in the community? Why not? I don't see what is stopping you. Because you're being told what to do. It's the motivation that people are telling you what to do. And that's the only way you'll be able to tell. You're a grown-ass man. You're a grown-ass woman. How are you being told what to do? Why? And they said, don't tell me what to do. Who died and left you in charge? You ain't my mama. You ain't my father. Get out of my face. But you in jail. Now say that. I dare you say that. I'll write your ass up in a heartbeat. I'm just saying. It is crazy. It is really crazy. You know, I will have Prison View. I need to bring that show back. I need to bring Prison View back. And it usually goes down on Fridays, but I need to bring that back because this is how I'll be in Prison View. I'll be just like that. I will get down to the get down because you can't sugarcoat this. You got to keep it raw. You got to keep it real because it's got to be given somehow. Because this is what we're seeing. And this is why we're seeing so many people being incarcerated. Now, this takes you to two. You know what I believe they should do to the jail system in this country? In this country alone, you know what they should do? They need to turn every single one of these jails for the ones who have low maximum, not even maximum, or even life termers, long termers. You know what they should do? Boot camp. It should be boot camp style all day, every day. That teacher. Because you boot camp they ass, I'm telling you, I promise you, they would think twice about what they're doing. Because right now, it's luxury. It's nighttime right now. You know what they're doing right now? Y'all want to know what they're doing right now? Do y'all want to know it's Friday right now? Do y'all want to know what they're doing right now in jail? You want to, in prison, you want to do? They all sitting down. Some of them all sitting down right now in chairs. Some of them sitting on the high chairs. Some sitting on low chairs. And they're watching a movie. You got some people right now playing spades. You got some people dealing with recreation outside. You got basketball games going. You got football, baseball games going on in jail. Commissary. Oh, it's Friday. Thank you. Commissary. Commissary tonight. You got to pay the commissary. You see what's happening in jail right now? All this luxury stuff. You can go to bed, take a shower. Oh, before you go to bed, they give you milk and cookies. Snack time. Run your snacks. Run your milk. Run your cookies. I'm just saying. Oh, let me not forget about this. We have a lot of chefs in jail. We sure enough do. We have a lot of chefs in jail. When I say we have a lot of chefs in jail, please, if you're telling me you can't come out and become a chef, come on now. You know what they do? And there's a lot of them all on, and I've seen it with my own eyes. These guys take the oodles and noodles, they take the mayo, they take the tuna, they take all the stuff, the Cheeto, and they make wonderful dishes that they mans be sitting up in the corner and they be eating. They be in the pack. How is that rehabilitation? That's not rehabilitation, right? Not rehabilitation. Doing what the fuck they want to do. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, little JoJo over there, little Day over there running the unit. You got to go to him to get a bar of soap instead of the CO. You got to go to him to go get slippers. You got to go to him to change your room. Oh, I'm sorry. The officer got to go to him too. It is a lot of shit that is happening within the jail system. And that's all leads back to Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby is not doing the fuck what he's supposed to do, and he needs to do it, and he needs to do it quick. Because if he don't do it, his ass is going to stay in there for the next 3 years. And then for the next 3 years, because that'll be 9 years. And then his 10 years will be almost up. But by then he'll be in his 90s. And so far, they're saying that he has so much health disparities, so much health problems in jail. It's like, I want to talk about that right here, right now. Okay, jury people, welcome back, everybody. So, my next story that I want to talk about real quick is the disgraced Jesse Smollett. So, I do know that I wanted to give some update on his hearings that's supposed to be coming up, and I did give you guys update on R. Kelly's court hearing that's supposed to be happening in September. His first appearance would be in the Brooklyn court on federal charges, and he also have other charges pending in other states as well. But we do know that he plans on going to trial on one of his cases in a couple of more months. But the disgraced Jesse Smollett is presented to present his hearing on July 14th. That is when the disgraced Jesse Smollett goes to court. Let me just look up to see what date is July 14th, and it is a Wednesday. Okay, so the judge has said that it is closed to the public. Oh God. Now, yes, I said this then and I'll say it again. I also said that I would like for these people, these stars, so-called stars, high-profile cases, it should be televised. It should be public. You got all us involved to have us mysteriously think that you was beat up, but you want to have a closed case, okay? Because I was really hoping that Court TV would pick up this, but apparently I'm sure that they will be getting snippets of it, and I know probably they'll have a little sketch artist drawing the disgraced Jesse Smollett while he's sitting there in his chair thinking about the lies that he told us. Okay, so it's closed to the public and will center on a possibly contact between one of Smollett's or disgraced Smollett attorneys and the brothers who were allegedly paid by the former star to stage a phony hate crime, which is crazy. The Cook County judge said Monday to schedule a July 14 evidence hearing looking into whether one of the disgraced Jesse Smollett lawyer had contact with two of the brothers who allegedly paid by the former Empire in 2019 hate crime. The hearing is closed to the public, but the judge said that the disgraced Jesse Smollett must be present at the in-person hearing at the Layton County Courthouse, and I do watch them have court every single time they go live. And it says that one of the disgraced Jesse Smollett, who attended Monday's live stream hearing from New York, so that is over here. He's over here in New York, said he would attend the summer hearing. But my thing is this. My thing is this. I'm sorry. Let's put this out there. The disgraced Jesse Smollett, 38, is facing felony charges for allegedly lying to Chicago police in January 2019 when he said he was the victim of homophobic and racist attack, and while walking back to his Streetville apartment. At the time, the disgraced Jesse Smollett said he was jumped by two masked white men who pushed him and put a thin rope noose around his head while yelling racist, homophobic slurs. And speaking of that, and now I just gave that to you guys, let me add to that as well. The Federal Bureau of Investigation is um, investigating a letter that was sent to Empire. This letter had stickman figures on the envelope, and it looked like urine, and it looked like a rope around a stick figure's neck. The last time we had looked up this information on whether or not the Federal Bureau of Investigation was handling this matter, they did tell us, or they did say to Social Media Network, that they were waiting for fingerprints and DNA to come back off of the envelope. Then, when the case was mysteriously closed, the Federal Bureau of Investigation had sent out another memo to social media and told us that they had no comment. I think that's probably when the state attorney at that time, we're not gonna say her name, and then also other people may have played a role into assisting him to have his case dismissed or closed. But surely it was reopened by the Department of Justice that was ordered by the past president or the former president, um, who basically said that he wanted to have an investigation on this matter. So the Department of Justice have intervened, and they found out that this was a Ponzi scheme, I would say that, and that this guy is not above the law, okay, and that he needs to have his case reopened, which that's exactly what happened. The special prosecutor went on and found that the evidence that was there, because they have video evidence, they also have body camera footage, they also have the former superintendent who worked with his police officers and detectives to try to solve this case, and he is still waiting for a six-figure check that never was delivered by the disgraced Jesse Smollett. And then also on top of that, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the letter. So that's a federal charge. There's a lot of people who are in jail right now who actually did the same thing he did, and they was prosecuted for it. So they should also add this into this hearing that will be coming up on July 14th. Okay, and when they have that hearing, we will have it right here on TST TV live or the Omega Studio News live. Okay, so at this time, let's take a break, and we're gonna go ahead and say thank you to the jury people, and also we'll see you guys on the next stream or the next video. So thank you guys. They want to say bye bye. Thank you guys. Thank you for having them. Let's roll a commercial. I didn't. Did I wrote my intro? The other one? Okay. So before I go and end this here, I want to let people know that you guys, if you guys have not heard, the GTA 5 it goes down on TST TV, and we also have live it's not live, but it's premiere every Thursday. Now, what's live is the chat. You guys can chat in there, and I'm in the chat talking about the episode. So we have 13 episodes strong. Was it the 27th? We had the 13th episode that went down on TST TV. Now, before I continue or before I go, I want to say this. I don't know when we usually have the jury people, but I try to bring them in every every Friday to talk about what had happened over the weekend and what, just take a little bit of stories and then give my opinion, spend, time to get my opinion on. But I want to encourage you guys to go over to TST TV on YouTube and sub to their page, and you guys will get the content of GTA 5 that goes down every Thursday at 5 p.m. Okay? We be having fun. I'm telling you, the episodes are crazy, they're epic, and they're funny. Some of them, they're kind of okay, and then some of them are just the way they are. Okay? So yes. So thank you guys so much. And also too, before I go again, let me just put this out there. Man, I could just do a whole video on all this. But again, we're live on TST TV. The show Jury Review is sponsored by TalkShowTea TV. I do want to say this. I can put this out here. Coming soon, and I will say this, which we did have, and I gotta like check this out. Well, no, I can't run it there. I can tell you that the political process group page on Facebook last day will be on the 31st. Okay, there will be no more political process Mayor Kareem Clemens group page. That name will change. Okay, so we have a couple of names that is up in the mix in the works right now. Where one of the names is just possibly turning it over uh, to what is it? Uh, I I believe it is for the well. You see how TST, you see how Talk Show T, YouTube is it shows the gaming from GTA 5, and then sometimes we'll have you know other games up there. Well, there's other games up there. We want to put Police Quest up there. We want to bring Emergency 4, and we want to bring 911 Operator back. We want to try to bring the YouTube game over to Facebook. You know what I mean? Because Facebook has a lot of YouTube games, and that's exactly what I tried to do with the political process, the political process as far as running the country. But a lot of people wasn't really feeling that. A lot of people weren't really feeling the whole political process, and then I wasn't really feeling it either. I wasn't feeling it because we just had this whole uh, stuff that happened with our whole government system. So what I believe the game should have done is they could have implemented inside the game something around that. It would have made the game a little bit more better than what it is. I mean, it's not the best, but for someone who really into politics, I'm not. I mean, I'm into politics, but it's not like on current stuff. Like the issues, you guys can go up there and look at the video, but I'm saying that these issues is not current issues that we're dealing with today. You would think that, and speaking of those issues, we had the whole insurrection on January the 6th, and then now the GOP had ruled and said that they weren't going to have no say so into this, and that nothing really mattered on that day. That's what they're saying. Like it was all justified. It's stupid. Like you can't even get stuff passed, like George Floyd bills and Eric Garner bills and all these other things that need to be passed to help the community and better people's lives and stuff, and try to help everybody in their community, city, state, and federal. But they're all arguing. They still on January 6th. They still talking about impeaching this guy. They still worried about this man running for 2024. Like they still worried about this. They cannot move on. They cannot move on because they all still talk about it. Every time I listen to the news, I always hear about it. It's like, damn it. When are you guys gonna set that aside and move on? Or is that the only shit that y'all talk about? Can y'all not multitask? I'm just saying. So that was the reason why the political process is going. But come June the 1st, June 1st will be we will have the final on what that page would be. But right now it's going to end on the 31st of May. Okay? So again, thank you guys so much for taking the time, and we want to thank the jury people that have already went to their cars and gone on home. Want to thank you guys for being here, right now. I'm Kareem Clemens, and I'll see you guys on the next one. For more information, you guys can visit the blog page. Take care, and good night.